In some late breaking news, Vince McMahon steps down from WWE and TKO for the second time in 2 years. McMahon is out of power from the company that he helped bring to prominence. He is done. The news is confirmed. We have heard now from Vince McMahon. We heard from Nick Khan. I'm going to tell you what they said in this video. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Breaking news as Vince McMahon, again, out of power from WWE. He has stepped down, resigned, whatever word you want to use for it. He is gone. Nick Khan sent out an all-staff email to WWE employees earlier tonight saying the following, quote, "I want to inform you, Vince McMahon has tendered his resignation from his positions as TKO executive chairman and on the TKO board, and the TKO board of directors, He will no longer have a role with TKO Group Holdings or WWE." That was the initial news that we had heard about, that Vince McMahon done with WWE. He stepped down. And again, for those of you who remember, back in 2022, a very similar thing happened. When the initial reports of hush money payments came out, Vince McMahon stepped down, and we thought we had seen the last of him. And I said it then, and I'll say it now. The news of Vince McMahon stepping down, whether it was a ceremonial role or not, is one of the biggest stories in professional wrestling history. And I am not saying this to glorify him. However, the idea that a man in the position of power that he is in the system and the society that we have, being forced to actually be held accountable to any degree, that in itself is a massive deal that should be talked about. Now, we have also heard from Vince McMahon. He issued a statement to Deadline that I'm going to read out in just a second. But one thing I want to just talk about quickly is the way this kind of came out. It came out, this email was kind of just like leaked out to the press. It's very interesting, the way that things kind of played out there. I'm not sure if it was meant to come out, but we don't know. But anyway, let me just read this statement from Vince McMahon himself saying the following, quote, "I stand by my prior statement that Miss Grant's lawsuit is replete with lies, obscene, made-up instances that never occurred, and is a vindictive distortion of the truth." He went on to say, "I intend to vigorously defend myself against these baseless accusations and look forward to clearing my name," unquote. One more thing Vince said before he finished up this comment to Deadline. He said about WWE and stepping down, "However, out of respect for the WWE universe, the extraordinary TKO business, and its board members and shareholders, partners, and constituents, and all of the employees and superstars who helped make WWE into the global leader that it is today, I have decided to resign from my executive chairmanship and the TKO board of directors effective immediately." Vince McMahon, in one hand, saying these allegations are baseless, that they are nothing but a vindictive lie made up, and in the other hand, saying that he is stepping down. Take from that whatever you will, interpret that in whatever manner you want to. The entire professional wrestling world, regardless of where you come from, this shakes it. Because even when we kind of knew Vince was a figurehead for TKO and Triple H really had most of the power, all of like there was a lot of us in the back of our minds thinking at some point Vince is going to try to find a way to come back in. And he did many times. There were multiple times where Vince forced his way back in. And this is someone who, the idea that he would not only give up power, but truly give up power multiple times over a 2-year span is insane. Because remember, this is something we all thought, I believe, was going to die in the chair. He was going to go down with the ship. He was never going to retire, never going to resign, never going to be forced out. Yet here we are, and it's now happened twice. And it is Vince McMahon's alleged horrendous, disturbing, despicable, and shockingly vile behavior that caused it all. And if you ask me, given what we've heard from these reports, given what's come out from these accusations and the filings, he has no one to blame but himself. All of this is a mess of his own creation. Going back to his pattern of behavior that I've talked about for a long time on this channel. It's a pattern of behavior that denounces accountability, that flexes power, that manipulates the powerless. This is someone who, again, in addition to these horrendous accusations that he's made, has accusations going back to the 1980s with Rita Chatterton. This is someone who allegedly was part of covering up a murder that Jimmy Superfly Snuka when he murdered his girlfriend. This is someone who time after time after time has been able to escape accountability until now. And it ain't much, and it's not going to fix the mess and the issues and the trauma that his actions allegedly caused, but it's a start. And it's one of the very few things in the situation that you can take solace in, and it's very small. Because at the end of the day, Vince is still gonna, I'm sure, get a big payout. Vince, I'm sure, is still going to be one of the richest people on the planet. Vince, I'm sure, is going to have a very cushy and nice life. Because this is likely, if we're being honest, this is likely the only accountability that at least I could expect. I hope I'm wrong, but we will see. Anyway, Vince McMahon out of power once again from WWE, resigning after horrendous allegations coming out against him this week. I want to hear from you. What do you guys think about this shocking, insane news? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released.